Good morning, childrens. Today I am going to start a new lesson, that is environmental issues. This is your 8th chapter of your biobotany. So this lesson is somewhat full of theory only, but don't think it is full of the theory boring like that. It is very interesting because it is regarding our social welfare only. Okay. So the forestry, first topic, that is what is the environmental issues, introduction to environmental issues, that and all I have taken on the online class itself. Okay, but now I am going to explain about forestry. What is called forestry? Forestry is nothing but the forestry means that forest regarding studies is forestry only. But here that is agroforestry is there. What is this called agroforestry? I'll explain you line by line. Agroforestry is an integration of trees, crops and livestock on the same plot of land. The main objective of is on the interaction among them. So example, there is a trees, is a shrubs, herbs, different kinds of crops is there in the forest. So for this shrubs and herbs, many butterflies, flies, ants, insects, everything will come. So all the zoo animals is depending on these kind of plants only. So that it is called a living stock of same land or the plant. Example, intercropping two or more crops in between the, that is intercrop means 2 or 3 plant 2 or 3 types of plant they are getting, that is crops between the different species of trees and shrubs, which result in the higher yield and reducing the operation cost. Two different plants வந்து mingle ஆகுது, they are growing in the same plant அப்படிங்கிறப்போ they will be sharing their nutrition, so that we will be getting the higher yield with reducing operation cost. Reducing operation cost means ரொம்ப கம்மியான ஒரு விலையில், அதாவது நம்ம நிறைய காசு வந்து போடாமல் பட் இன்பிட்வீன் இந்த ரெண்டு க்ராப்ஸ்க்கு 2 டைப்ஸ் ஆஃப் க்ராப்ஸ்க்கு வந்து இருக்கும்போது வளரும்போது தேர் ஷேரிங் தேர் நியூட்ரிஷன்றப்போ நமக்கு ஒரு நல்ல ஈல்டு கிடைக்கும், நல்ல உற்பத்தி கிடைக்கும், மகசூல் கிடைக்கும் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. ஓகே, திஸ் இன்டென்ஷனல் காம்பினேஷன் ஆஃப் அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் அண்ட் ஃபாரஸ்ட்ரி ஹேஸ் வேரிட் பெனிஃபிட்ஸ் இன்க்ளூடிங் இன்க்ரீஸ்ட் பயோடைவர்சிட்டி அண்ட் ரெடியூஸ்ட் எரோஷன். ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி காம்பினேஷன், தட் இஸ் த அக்ரிகல்ச்சர், ஒரு சைடு கிராப்ஸ் பயிர் வளருது அப்படின்னா இன்னொரு சைடு இட் இஸ் அ ஃபாரஸ்ட், ஸோ இட் இஸ் கால்ட் அக்ரோஃபாரஸ்ட்ரி. ஸோ அக்ரோஃபாரஸ்ட்ரி அப்படின்னா ஃபாரஸ்ட்டோட பெனிஃபிட்ஸ் லைக் இன்க்ரீஸ்டு பயோடைவர்சிட்டி, போத் ஸ்மால் அனிமல்ஸ் டு பிக் அனிமல்ஸ் and different types of plants is called forest, and other side வந்து different types of crops இருக்கு. So this combination will definitely reduce the erosion. Okay, நம்ம soil வந்து erode ஆகாம healthy-ஆ fertility-யோட இருக்கிறதுக்கு these two are very important, and some of the major species that is cultivated in the commercial agroforestry include casuarina, eucalyptus, malayvembu, teak and kadambu trees. These trees are very very commercially important because eucalyptus is used to prepare the paint balm. Malayvembu is a main it's immune booster of medicine, and teak and kadambu trees, casuarina is used in the construction places, and also teak wood is mainly used for our wooden furnitures and all. Okay, so the 20 species are identified as commercial timber. Main processes timber is to make the door, windows, wooden cot, everything, right? That wooden furniture is made by this only. Next, benefits of agroforestry. What is the benefits of agroforestry? It is an answer to the problem of soil and water conservation, and also it is used to stabilize the saline soil, reduce the landslide and the water runoff problem. So main what they are telling, so benefits mainly it conserve the water. So many trees and plants is there in the agroforestry, it is take up the water and it is storage, and also it reduces the landslide water runoff problem. All the water will be taken up by the trees of the forest, crops of the agro. Okay, and nutrient cycling is between the species improves and organic matter is maintained. So nutrient cycling takes place between the animals and plants of the agroforestry. Trees provide the microclimate for the crops and maintain the oxygen carbon dioxide balancing. So these gases will be maintained by the microclimate produced by the trees to the crops. Atmospheric temperature and relative humidity also maintained. Next, suitable for the dry land where the rainfall is minimum, and hence it is good system for the alternate land use pattern. So and it is very useful for the dry land, and also it's a good system for the alternate land use plan. Okay, this time we are using for some types of crops like cotton type of. Next time we can use other type of crops. Next, multi-purpose trees like acacia are used for the wood pulp, tanning, and paper and firewood industries. So firewood industries, paper industries, tanning process, wood pulp process. For that we are using this acacia kind of, and multi-purpose trees, these are all used. Okay, next, agroforestry is mainly recommended for what are all the process purposes. So farm forestry of the extension of forest, mixed forestry, shelter bills, linear strip plantation. So mainly we will be using this extension. We can extend the forest by this method, and forest is mixed with the agroforestry, and shelter belt for the plantation. Rehabilitation of degraded forest and recreation of forestry, meaning is, so there was one time, a long time before, the forest was there, but it was demolished or it was destroyed. The deforestation was takes place by flood or whatever human man-made activity, something, it's destroy the forest. So again the forest has to be built up. Okay, has to be become ready. Okay, how it has become ready by growing of the plants and trees in that place. So that is called rehabilitation. So that rehabilitation of degraded forest and recreation of forestry is very important by the agroforestry. And production of wood plants combined with the pasture effort known as silver pasture system. Okay, silver pasture system is very important. The trees and shrubs may be used for the primarily to produce fodder for the livestock, or they may be grown for the timber, fuel, wood and fruit, or to improve the soil. So main purpose is the last thing, that is silver pasture system. Trees and shrubs is mainly for the fodder, that is fodder is nothing but animal feed is called fodder of the livestock. And timber, very important at this present time. Many of them using wooden furniture definitely in their home, which is not at all necessary for their home, but they are using. So if they have enough furniture, but they will be again started to using new things. For that we are destroying so many trees to get the timbers. In this way we are spoiling our environment. And fuel, wood and fruit, and improve the soil. So fuel we can get from this, and fruits, vegetables, everything we are getting from the forest and agroforest only. Next, this system is classified into following categories like protein bank and leaf fence of fodder trees and hedges. So in this multi-purpose trees planted around the farmland. So its range is fodder production. For the fodder production, fodder consisting of only protein only, so that it is called protein bank. Acacia nilotica, Albizia libaca, Azadirachta indica, and Lizardia sepium, Zesbansia grandiflora. So these kind of their plants having rich with the protein. So this protein is mainly given for the animal as a fodder. And leaf fence of fodder trees and hedges, various fodder trees, hedges or planted leaf fence to protect the property from the starry animals or the biotic influence, that is Gilardisia sepium, Sesbania grandiflora, Erythrina acacia. And what is called social forestry means nothing but this is used to management of forest by local communities with the goal of climate carbon sequestration. What is carbon sequestration? That I will explain you later. Change, mitigation and pollution and depollution. To avoid the pollution we have to do depollution. For that we have to do social forestry. That means if the highways is there, on the either side of the highways we should grow the more trees to avoid the pollution which is created by the vehicles, automobiles. And deforestation, forest restoration. Forest we can restore, or we have to reserve that, providing the indirect employment opportunity for the youth actually. So that is very important. And social forestry is nothing but management of forest and afforestation. Afforestation just I will explain you later. On barren land with the purpose of helping the environmental, social and rural development and benefits. So this social forestry is helpful in the environment, social, rural. All these places get this thing. Next, forestry program are done for the benefit of the people, participation of people. And tree cultivation in private lands were implemented in the state from 2007-8 to 2011-12. So the profitable tree and all, tea, casuarina, ailanthus, silver oak, these are all the main type of trees, and the tank foreshore plantations or foreshore plantation have been major source for the firewood in the Tamil Nadu, and 32 forestry extension centers provide technical support for the tree growing in the rural areas. These centers are providing a quality tree seedlings like thornless bamboo, casuarina teak, neem, and Melia dubia, grafted tamarind, and nelly. So these kind of the original seeds of these plant is given by the Tamil Nadu to grow the social forestry. Next, major activities of the Forestry Extension Center. So what are all the forestry actually run by Forestry Extension Centers only. What they do usually, training on the tree growing method. So tree growing method, first one. Next, publicity and propaganda regarding tree growing. So we have to publish, the people should grow the tree, we should not cut the tree, we should reserve the trees, like that we should give the awareness to the public. Then formation of demonstration plots. So we have to give the demonstration to the plants, and raising and supplying of seedlings on subsidy. So if you are getting the seeds, we will be giving this kind of offers to you, like that subsidy we have to give. An awareness creation among school children and youth about the importance of forests through the training and camps. Okay, by going a school children, by giving a demonstration, and by giving the awareness, and by giving the project work, and this kind of the seminar work, all those things will give the school children and college students. For this we can give them more awareness, then they will be knowing the importance. The training and camps, definitely they will feel like the forest is essential for us. Next, I am coming to the deforestation. Deforestation is one of the major contributions that it is enhancing the greenhouse effect and global warming. What is greenhouse effect and global warming? I have explained you in the online class itself. And conservation of forested area or the non-forested area is known as deforestation. Nothing but the forest gets destroyed is called deforestation. Okay, if we are deforesting the forest, benefits includes goods such as, that is timber, paper, medicine, industrial product, everything will not get. Definitely it will lead to the big problem, big issues like greenhouse effect, global warming. Conversion of forest into agriculture, plantation, and livestock reaching a major causes of deforestation. Why we are converting the forest into agriculture land means, because the population is increased in all around the world, so that the people are very much, they need food, fiber, fuel, all those things. For that we are changing the forest into agricultural land. And logging for the timber, development activities like road constructions, electric tower lines, dams. By building road construction, electric tower lines, dams, we are spoiling our precious property of our forest and all. And overpopulation, industrialization, urbanization, increased global needs. Peoples are nowadays thinking more than enough. Okay, and effects of deforestation, burning of forest wood releases stored carbon. Okay, so by destroying of our forest, the main problem, burning of forest wood releasing stored carbon, negative impact, just opposite of carbon sequestration. Trees and plants bind the soil particle. The removal of forest cover increases the soil erosion and decreases the soil fertility. So if you are destroying the forest, definitely the soil will lose their capacity. Soil will be eroded. Soil has no fertility for the production of yield. Deforestation in dry areas leads to a formation of deserts. So at last it become a desert. So amount of run water will be increases soil erosion. So if the big cyclones is coming, the rainwater, flood water will be easily taken up the soil, so that it is also causing the soil erode, and soil erosion also causing the flash flooding. Okay, it leads to the no water at the water scarcity. Next, the alteration of local precipitation patterns leading to a drought conditions in many regions. So the water flash a flood will reaches to causes the drought conditions. It triggers the adverse climatic condition and alter the water cycle in the ecosystem. So climatic changes will be there. Definitely during the rainy season we will not get the rain. So this is alters the water cycle in the ecosystem, and also it decreases the biodiversity significantly. Their habitat disturbed in the this thing. Next, loss of livelihood for a forest dwellers, rural peoples, and increased global warming account for the 1/3 of the total carbon dioxide emission. The overall global warming problem is mainly the quarter part of the problem is because of carbon dioxide released due to the automobile or burning of fossil fuels. This kind loss of life support resources, fuel, medicinal herbs, edible fruits and all. Okay, so that's all about this video. In the next video I'll explain about afforestation. Thank you.